Okay, first of all, thank you for inviting me to this important event. Thank you, Sheikh, for giving me a warm welcome, and thank you for giving your heart to me. We had a nice conversation over there. Um, how did I end up here? It just happened yesterday. Yesterday we had a wonderful event uh, at the Toronto City Hall. There's an organization called Institute of Canadian Archives, or Hearts and Minds Living Library, and I'm one of the living books. And so there, we had another living book. That's Kulsum. She's over there. We had nice conversation yesterday, and she told me about this event today. And she asked me whether I would be willing to come to be part of this. And I said, why not? I would be very happy to come and spend some time to have an open dialogue. So, what is going on in the world? Let's say the violence. What is happening to the Rohingyas? That should not be happening to any human being, no matter who we are. We all are brothers and sisters. We all are going through some emotional pains and sufferings. And it should be our compassionate act to help the other human beings, to be there for them, to feel their pains, to feel their suffering, and to reach out to them to see whether we can bring happiness and joy and all the positive things into their life. Now, what I see, all the violence is taking place in the world because of the miscommunication, misunderstanding, not having the open dialogue and open communication. What became very clear yesterday when I talked to a Syrian girl, her name is Lizzie. She was very excited to see a Buddhist monk, real. She has seen Buddhist monks on the TV, in the magazines, but when she saw me, she was very excited. So she was very interested in this, the world peace. So she asked me this question, so Bhante, what does peace mean to you? Then I said, well, if there is no war, if there's no fighting, if people can live side by side, respecting each other with human dignity, and if we can be there for each other, and there is peace, and there will be harmony. Now, one thing that we have to understand, we all are human beings. As human beings, we have emotions, especially negative emotions. When negative emotions become active in our hearts and minds, and these negative emotions basically, blind us. And when we become blind, then we don't know what we are doing, what we are saying. So, in Buddhism, this is why Buddha taught us that we should be practicing 5 training principles. Here, the first principle is to refrain from taking life. Second training rule is to refrain from taking what is not given. Third training principle is to refrain from sexual misconduct. And the fourth training principle is to refrain from lying. And the fifth training principle is to refrain from consuming alcohol and drugs. Now, if you honestly analyze into the global problems or personal problems or social problems, all problems are rooted in these negative actions. Now, every negative action is rooted in a particular negative emotion. Let's say if people are engaging in violence or killings and taking lives, is because of the negative emotion called anger. When anger becomes active in our minds and hearts, then we don't know how we are acting, what we are saying. So this is why we practice what we call the dharma to refrain from these negative actions and to cultivate the positive actions. The opposite of violence is non-violence. The opposite of killing is love, goodwill, compassion, kindness. And this is what we are promoting in the world. Like as Buddhists, we should not be engaging in any form of violent actions. And if human beings are engaging in violent actions, is because of their weaknesses. It's not because of the religion. Now, of course, people are using religion as a weapon to justify, the problems. So we have to practice religion to make us good human beings, better people. And if we can side with, love, compassion, non-violence, and if that way we can create peace and harmony in the world. And now what is happening in the world, and of course there are a lot of problems in every country, and it's because of the human beings are choosing to engage in some form of violent acts. Now if we can choose to let them go, if we can drop these violent actions, and if we can choose to cultivate the positive emotions like love and compassion, and I strongly believe there will be peace and harmony. This is why I'm here today. This is why I'm actively engaged in interfaith dialogues, conferences in Canada. I have, Muslim brothers and sisters. We closely work in GTA. I have imams who are good friends. And today I met a sheikh who has been very respectful and who gave me a warm welcome. We felt this connection. This is the spirituality. When we practice the spirituality, there can't be any problem. We can live in peace and harmony. And this is what we need to build in the world, the universal brotherhood, sisterhood based on respect, human dignity, love, and compassion. So my brothers and sisters, let us just choose the non-violence, love, and compassion for all sentient beings. If we exclude, there will be a problem. If we include, there will be peace and harmony. These are some insights, some words of wisdom that I wanted to share with all of you. Thank you for listening to me.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bhante. Really appreciate it.